Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Hello again, friends, and welcome to Infinite Threads. This is episode 62. I'm Bob, and today's message might ruffle a few feathers, but it comes from the same place every message here does: love. Because love doesn't mean silence. Love doesn't mean looking the other way. Love, when it's real, holds a mirror up, not just to ourselves, but to the world we live in, and to the people we trust to lead it. So today, we're talking about something that requires courage, heart, and a whole lot of clarity. Recognizing hate, even when it's subtle, and having the strength to question the people who speak in its voice. Hate doesn't always scream. Sometimes it smiles. When we think of hate, we often picture the loud kind: shouting, violence, slurs. But hate wears many faces, and sometimes it's dressed in a suit. Sometimes it comes wrapped in religion or policy, or even in words that sound reasonable. But if it divides, if it dehumanizes, if it thrives on fear, superiority, and control, then it's not love, it's not leadership, and it's not strength. It's hate with better PR. The filter question that we talk about is this from love? We've talked about this before. We'll talk about it again. Before we act, before we speak, before we follow, ask, is this from love? It's the simplest and most powerful spiritual filter there is, and it works. Because love doesn't exclude. Love doesn't mock. Love doesn't build power by creating an us versus them. So when a leader, whether political, spiritual, or social, preaches exclusion, cruelty, or domination, and slaps a label of righteousness on it, we have to pause and we have to ask, is this love? Or is this fear in disguise? It's okay to question the people we once admired. This is a hard one, I know. Sometimes the people we've looked up to for years start to reveal things slowly, sometimes subtly, that make us uncomfortable. And it's tempting to make excuses, to say, well, they didn't mean it like that, or that's just how things are. But if someone we admire starts treating others with contempt, if they use powers to silence, to shame, to control, then it's not love. And if we stay silent, we're not aligned with love either. Real leadership, true loving leadership, leads with compassion, not fear, with humanity, humility, and not pride, with service, not ego. Hate grows in the shadows. Love brings it into the light. The world doesn't need more outrage, but it does need more awareness. Well, we've talked about self-awareness. It's very important, guys. You could be doing things that are totally against what you believe. Hate loves to work quietly, behind coded language, behind cultural norms, behind well-dressed institutions, It thrives when we say, that's just how it is. But love? Love asks questions. Love refuses to accept cruelty as tradition. Love shines a light and says, this isn't okay. We can do better. And you guys, we can do better. But we have to start by being brave enough to see things clearly, even when it's uncomfortable. What do we do with this awareness? Well, we speak up. We live out our values. We refuse to follow anyone who leads without love. And we commit again and again to being the kind of leaders we wish the world had more of. Kind, just, open-hearted, courageous, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because love isn't just a feeling, it's a force. And right now, that force needs all of us. So as we go into this week, let's stay awake. Let's pay attention to the messages around us on the news, in our communities, in the people we trust, and run it all through one simple filter. Just one little thing, guys. Does this come from love or from something else? And if it's the latter, speak, shift, shine. Because the world doesn't change from power alone. It changes when enough of us choose love, loudly, gently, and without apology. Until next time, love boldly, live gently, and ask the hard questions. And as always, stay connected. I love you guys very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do? Go pass that on. Okay? Later, Gators.